Hey y'all, welcome to my channel, Divinely Transformed, where healing is freedom and it begins within. And together we break the chains of karma and reclaim our power and rise into divine sovereignty. Your path to autonomy and freedom starts right here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, whichever the case may be. I'm so glad that you could be here with me today for another birth chart analysis. And this is a part of my Dark Feminine Energy series, and today I will be reading the birth chart of Madonna. She is a dark feminine archetype in today's culture. With all that being said, I think I'm just gonna dive right into this. Her full name is Madonna Louise Ciccone. Well, she might have some more middle names, but we don't have to get that technical. She was born on August the 16th, 1958, and the time that the internet has her listed as being born at is 7:05 a.m. So first I'm going to, talk a little bit about who Madonna is and why she's in my series, and then I will go through each of the houses and go through each placement that is in each house, like I normally do, house 1 through 12. So here we go. I hope y'all like this. Madonna is one of the most influential and controversial cultural figures of the modern era. Since rising to fame in the 1980s, she has repeatedly challenged societal norms surrounding sexuality, religion, femininity, and power. Her career is defined by constant reinvention. Madonna has shifted through multiple personas: pop icon, provocateur, spiritual seeker, fashion chameleon, and cultural disruptor. Rather than remaining within safe boundaries of public expectation, she often deliberately pushes against them. Her art frequently incorporates religious symbolism, taboo themes, and confrontational imagery. This willingness to challenge cultural norms reflects the deeper symbolism of the dark feminine archetype. The dark feminine represents the part of feminine power that refuses to be controlled or silenced. It confronts social hypocrisy, explores taboo themes, and transforms identity through creative expression. Madonna's birth chart reveals a fascinating blend of placements connected to shadow exploration, identity transformation, and cultural influence. So first we're going to talk about Madonna's first house. This is the house of identity and personal presence. She has a nice little stellium in her first house, all in Virgo. She's Virgo rising. She has her moon in Virgo here, her Ceres in Virgo, and her part of fortune in Virgo. Madonna's Virgo rising gives her a highly observant and strategic personality. Virgo ascendants often possess strong awareness of image, details, and self-presentation. The moon in the first house intensifies emotional visibility. Individuals with this placement often evoke strong emotional reactions from the public because their personal identity becomes intertwined with their public persona. Madonna's emotional instincts and public image are closely linked, which helps explain why her personal reinventions often become cultural events. Ceres in the first house adds a nurturing but independent quality to her identity. This placement suggests a strong instinct for self-reliance and self-creation. Her part of fortune here indicates that success emerges when she fully embodies her unique identity, rather than conforming to external expectations. in her second house. The second house governs values, self-worth, and resources. She has her Jupiter and her North Node both in Libra in her second house. Jupiter in Libra expands themes of beauty, aesthetics, and artistic harmony. This placement often appears in individuals who build wealth through artistic or cultural influence. Madonna's career has repeatedly revolved around aesthetics, fashion, music videos, stage design, and visual identity. Her North Node in Libra suggests that her soul path involves cultivating balance, artistic expression, and relational influence within the cultural landscape. This placement suggests that part of her life purpose involves shaping how society understands beauty, femininity, and artistic expression. The third house, it is the house of communication, mental perception, expression, and learning. She has her Neptune and Scorpio in the third house. Having Neptune and Scorpio in the third house creates a mind drawn towards mystery, symbolism, and psychological depth. Madonna's artistic expression often uses symbolic imagery, particularly religious and mystical themes. This placement supports communication that is provocative, mysterious, and emotionally evocative. The fourth house, and that reflects the roots, early emotional environments, and psychological foundations. And she has her Saturn in Sagittarius here in this fourth house. Saturn here often indicates a childhood shaped by discipline, responsibility, or emotional challenges. Madonna lost her mother at a young age, an event that profoundly influenced her emotional development. Saturn in the fourth house often creates individuals who develop strong inner reliance and independence as a result of early emotional hardship. These experiences frequently become a source of determination and ambition later in life. That definitely tracks. All of it tracks so far. And the whole thing tracks, actually. The fifth house governs artistic creativity, performance, and self-expression. And she has her Pholus in Aquarius in here, and she has her Vertex in Aquarius, both in the fifth house. With Aquarius placements in the fifth house, it supports unconventional and innovative artistic expression. Madonna's career repeatedly pushed cultural boundaries and challenged conventional ideas of femininity and sexuality. Pholus in this house suggests that small creative decisions can trigger large cultural shifts. Many of Madonna's artistic choices, whether it's fashion, lyrics, or symbolism, sparked major cultural conversations. Absolutely. The sixth house. The sixth house governs work habits, daily effort, your routines, and discipline. She has her Chiron in Aquarius in the sixth house. When Chiron is in the sixth house in Aquarius, it suggests wounds connected to belonging or acceptance within groups. Artists with this placement often transform feelings of alienation into innovative creative work. Madonna's career frequently addresses themes of outsider identity, rebellion, and personal empowerment. In the seventh house, it's the seventh house of partnerships. She doesn't have any major planets in this house, but she has Pisces in that house. It's her descendant. And when the descendant is in Pisces, it suggests that Madonna's partnerships involve artistic or emotional complexity. Pisces relationships can involve strong creative collaboration, but may also bring emotional ambiguity. Also, not to mention that that Pisces does not naturally have good boundaries. Pisces has to learn boundaries and work on boundaries because normally Pisces doesn't have boundaries. And that shows up very heavy in Madonna's 7th house and her relationships. There's really no boundaries. There really should be, though. Perhaps now that she's later in her life, that's changed some. In her 8th house, the 8th house is about transformation, taboo exploration, sex, and psychological intensity. It's also where the shadow is. She has her South Node in Aries and her Black Moon Lilith in Aries, both in the 8th house. Black Moon Lilith in the 8th house is one of the clearest signatures of dark feminine energy. Black Moon Lilith represents primal feminine independence and resistance to control. When it's in Aries, it expresses boldness and defiance. Madonna repeatedly challenged social taboos surrounding sexuality, power, and female autonomy. Her willingness to confront these themes publicly reflects this placement. The 9th house governs belief systems, higher learning, cultural exploration, and philosophy. She has her Mars in Taurus in the 9th house. Mars in Taurus in the 9th house gives Madonna determination to explore philosophical and spiritual traditions. Throughout her life, she has explored multiple belief systems, including Kabbalah and Eastern spiritual traditions. Mars in Taurus suggests persistence in pursuing personal truth. The 10th house is where the midheaven lies, and it rules the public reputation, legacy, career. She has her midheaven in Gemini. Gemini midheavens often excel in media, communication, and cultural influence. Madonna's career spans music, film, fashion, publishing, and activism. Gemini energy thrives on adaptability and reinvention. These are qualities that define her career. The 11th house, that's the house of social influence, cultural movements, the collective, communities. She has her Venus in Leo and Vesta in Cancer, both in the 11th house. When Venus is in Leo in the 11th house, it reflects charismatic artistic leadership. This placement often appears in performers who captivate large audiences. Madonna's artistic influence shaped global pop culture for decades. Vesta in Cancer suggests devotion to communities and emotional connection with audiences. The 12th house, which is the house of the subconscious, hidden dimensions, hidden psychological layers, spiritual transformation. Madonna has a massive stellium in the 12th house. Her sun in Leo is in here. Mercury retrograde in Virgo is in the 12th house. Uranus in Leo in the 12th. Pluto in Virgo in the 12th. Juno in Virgo in the 12th. And Pallas in Leo in the 12th. So Madonna's sun in the 12th house suggests a life path connected to exploring hidden aspects of identity and human psychology. When Mercury's in retrograde, that means she processes internally. You know, the way she communicates is processed internally before she communicates. When Pluto's in the 12th house, it intensifies themes of transformation and shadow exploration. So she's an extremely intense person. Uranus in the 12th house adds rebellion and unpredictability. Juno is how she attracts other people. That's the relationship contract. And Pallas is how she strategizes. So she's an extremely observant person with a lot of raw unconscious power that she's absolutely aware of as well. This cluster of planets suggests the personality deeply connected to psychological transformation and symbolic expression. Artists with strong 12th house placements often draw inspiration from subconscious or taboo themes. So, just gonna, summarize everything I just talked about. Basically, Madonna's massive 12th house stellium is the most striking feature of her chart, with her Sun, Mercury, Uranus, Pluto, Juno, and Pallas. This cluster suggests a life path connected to exploring hidden cultural themes and bringing them into public awareness. Madonna's art frequently explores subjects that society often keeps hidden: sexuality, power, religious symbolism, and psychological identity. And this pattern strongly aligns with the dark feminine archetype, which is why she's in my series. Just to summarize everything I just said, Madonna's birth chart reveals a personality driven by transformation and creative rebellion. Her Virgo rising gives strategic awareness of image and presentation, while her Leo sun fuels bold artistic self-expression. Her Scorpio Neptune and Lilith placements add fascination and with taboo themes and psychological intensity. But the most defining feature of her chart is that powerful 12th house stellium, which connects her identity to the exploration of hidden cultural dynamics. Her first house with that little stellium in there too is pretty significant as well. Throughout her career, Madonna has repeatedly confronted societal expectations surrounding femininity, sexuality, and power. And rather than conforming to traditional roles, she transforms controversy into artistic expression and cultural influence. In this way, Madonna embodies a powerful expression of the dark feminine archetype, the cultural disruptor who challenges social norms and forces society to confront its own hidden shadows. Personally, I grew up with Madonna. I've always loved Madonna. And the more chances that Madonna took in her career was the Madonna that I liked the most. The most controversial Madonna songs that there ever were the songs that I liked the most. I just felt such authenticity from it. Madonna is probably one of the most authentic people in show business. I don't really care for all that plastic surgery, but that really doesn't even matter. I mean, it's her face and her body. She's got to live with it. So it's just whatever. But absolutely, Madonna has really been an inspiration to me off and on throughout the years. And I was really quite happy to do this birth chart. So if any of y'all have learned something from this, if you liked it, if it resonated with you, can you help me out and hit that like button? It really helps my channel out tremendously. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. And if you'd like to leave me a comment, drop me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. If you would like me to read your birth chart for you, my services are open for tarot readings and birth chart analyses. All of my information will be in the description box below of this video and all of my other longer videos. And I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for supporting me on all my platforms and all the ways that y'all do. And I'll talk to y'all soon.